Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest. It's the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. Monday Night Primetime is underway. Here comes Williams on the return. Making some progress here. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock, his 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
What's cool about Jordan's story, too, Kate, is he's officially moved beyond the story of how his career began, of sitting and waiting for his opportunity to shine. Now we just get to celebrate all these shining moments, showing off the talent that he's got.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Love out of the shotgun. Into the hands of Romeo Doubs. And he takes this one up to the 41, so that makes a very manageable now 3rd and short.
A gain of 12 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
On the sneak, it's Love. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
First down throw. Here's Love. This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A give to Jacobs on the inside. He has the power through it, and the ball is loose. And the Eagles get to it. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field. They have gotten the ball moving, Brock. We're seeing some progress on their debut possession.
They were following the script well, but of course, nobody scripts a turnover.
No, they don't. So does that totally erase the positives that they could otherwise take away from that opening drive?
Yes and no. I mean, every possession is such a premium in this league, but you do know we can move this ball. We just got to take better care of it.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
1st down, Eagles.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Here's another carry for Barkley. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Offense to the line for second down. They go to Barkley again. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. They'll make a big for it on the ground. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. They'll go. Hurts. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And nothing to show from their last drive except, well, we did see a couple of short tempers, Brock. Not happy to have fumbled away that series.
Yeah, fumbles are one of those mistakes, Kate, you don't get a lot of grace for in the NFL. Just one in a game is too many. Got to find a way to protect the rock.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. To the air with Love. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Back to the air. Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Third and long. They're going to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. Deep to receive, Jahan Dotson. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. He's running for it. He's going to bring this down to their 35. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
That's good for Eagles. First down. A gain of 27 on the play, and an Eagle first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
First down, a run with Barkley. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by the ball hawk. He was an all-pro last season, Bronx, Xavier McKinney.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Let's get it out wide, complete. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
It's a sneak, Hurts. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A 1-yard gain on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
All set now. 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Hurts now from the gun. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he gives himself up after a short gain. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Sean Gary on the tackle. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They're lining up to go for this. They'll run for it with Barkley. And the defense escapes. They had a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
It's a turnover.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Bronk. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Short pass brought in. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Packers.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Love from the gun. Kraft has it. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play, just as that tight end did.
Running option, it's Jacobs. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on 2nd down.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play fake, it's Love. Has it in close. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down, ball at the 36. Jacobs running behind center. And look at this, 9 yards and a nice first down run.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Play action, Love. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent, and you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Slot man motioned over. Now Love on the play fake. Throw left side, complete. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. He's going to keep this one. And he's got him that first down as he hits the deck safely. They're going to be looking at 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Packers first down.
A little bit of toughness right there, Kate, from the quarterback. Not a lot of room to operate, but what I love there is he gets the first down, he gets down, and he moves the chains.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. There's Love to throw. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The the Packers get the game's first points here in the second. Jordan Love, the touchdown.
Okay, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains and the processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Eagles nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They go play fake with Hurts. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Give them 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets them a first down. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. It's the Eagles with 1st and 10. It past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
2nd and 3 now. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Pass complete to Goddard. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. First and 10 from the 41. It's Hurts once again. Finds the in route complete. And they bring him down around the 34.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And they take him down right along the 30. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Gets him on the in route. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At the 23-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Hurts yet again. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he is close to that marker, isn't he? But doesn't reach it. So make it an 8-yard gain. Let's see what they do here on 4th. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. Elliott connects there, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hanson, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our 3rd quarter. On now is McManus to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. Good work so far. He's got room. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. The play fake now hurts the throw. Into a crowd, and the defender comes up with it. Picked off by Evan Williams. And the Packers return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Love. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And they're going to love that, partner, as Love slides down after after picking up the first.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
First down throw. Here's Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Packers first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. No run, Jacobs. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
To the air with Love. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Love now on 3rd and goal. Hopkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Hey, I get it. You know, there are times as a decision maker playing quarterback, where you take a sack and you cut your losses. But when you get an opportunity in the red zone on 3rd down, you'd love to give your guy on the other end a chance. Because a touchdown, well, we know in the course of outcomes of games, so much more influential than settling for a field goal.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. McManus sends it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Xavier Gipson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Running right, it's Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it. I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time. They really need to pick up a few yards.
First down, Philadelphia.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the pistol, Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's second and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
So all he needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. It became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They'll work it a couple yards past the line. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got in some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Hurts now from the gun. He finds Brown right side. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They're turning to the option on 3rd and short. They'll have the first down and even more. And this is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Eagles.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. Hurts looking to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throw here, third down. He'll make a big for it on the ground. And he's tackled for no gain.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Elliott connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fields this one at the 3. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Packers all set to get back out there. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. They've got first down from the 31. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Love from the gun. Completed over the middle. A small gain up to about the 32. John Campbell, yet another first-round defender out of Alabama. They're on the tackle.
3rd and 9.
Third down, Eagles opting to go with a dime here. Putting the tight end in motion. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going deep! And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. Takes it in at the 21. And that return's going to come to a close as we reach the end of our quarter. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Here's another carry for Barkley. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Here's Hurts. He's running for it. And this one does not go far.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. Gets this one to Wicks. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Love at the shotgun. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to pull this one away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. No play action. Here's Hurts. Connects on the crosser. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
1st down, run with Barkley. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
46-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that 2nd level.
He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got it at the 6. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
First down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
They're going to run with Barkley. So some defensive initiative in that goal-to-go block. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Eagles losing by 4. The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. It's Barkley again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. A gain of 4 on the run, partner. They're going to be looking at 3rd and goal from the 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles jump in front late. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Extra point upcoming, this to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Packers 10.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Out now runs the Packer offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here he is to throw. He's going to tuck it and run. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. When he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. Setting up to pass. Brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Thrown on first down, Love. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Incomplete. Andrew Makuba on the coverage.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. We've got a screen to the running back. And a nice game here, but it's stopped short of the first. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
An important attempt coming up here for Brandon McManus. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And it's on its way and through. He hit it from deep. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, and he delivers.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. This game now resting on the leg of Jake Elliott. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good! So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Green Bay.